Hello and welcome to Healing with Energy Step 2. My name's Richard Clark, and on this video I'll be showing you, it'll be a demonstration of Step 2, which is how to put energy into a person. Beneficial energy that a person needs, that the body needs to recover from illness. Now, if you've just come across this video and you want to try the methods, please go back and go through Step 1 before you try Step 2. Okay, so Step 1 is important. I don't know if Step 2 will work without Step 1. Certainly I've never tried it myself. I always, when I'm healing somebody, using the methods on somebody, I always start with Step 1. And also have a look at the intro video, if you will, please, because there's some important information on that. Now, before I go any further, I'd like to say I'm not a doctor, so I can't advise anybody medically. If you're on medication that your healthcare practitioner has advised you to take, please stay on it. Don't use my methods to replace any medication you're on, but you can use them as well as any medication you're on. They won't interfere with each other. Also, although these methods are safe, and I've used them for years, you will be doing them and using them at your own risk. So please be aware of that. And if you have any problems with anything at any time with the methods while you're using them, please stop straight away. I'd also like to say that I have no financial interest in any of the products used or shown. I don't work for a company or a corporation. I'm just a single individual who is working to try and develop methods that will help people, that will help them when they're suffering from illness, and to also stretch my own mind and develop my own knowledge. So that's why I'm here doing this. Step 2 involves putting beneficial energy back into a person. Now, what's happened is, if you've gone through Step 1, you'll be aware that the immune system has been compromised, has been harmed, has been damaged, has been switched off in some cases, so that it's no longer protecting the body. Once this happens, viruses, and to a lesser extent bacteria, get in, harmful viruses and bacteria, and the first thing they do, especially viruses, is they damage the mineral content of the body. They also damage the vitamin content, but it's mainly the mineral content. They attack the mineral content because it's the mineral content, in my view, which controls how the body works, how the body is made. It controls how the proteins and the calcium, which makes the bones, the proteins that go to the muscles, all these bulk elements, it controls how they are used. The other thing viruses attack is the copper in the body, which is essential for communication. So it's really damaging the way the body communicates and the way it is made. It is very harmful, and this is a major contribution to illness. I wouldn't say it is an illness, but with the body being broken down like this, it allows other things in which can harm us. My methods are mainly about restoring the body, getting rid of the underlying factors that lead to damage, and restoring the body. This video, Step 2, is about recovery of energy to the physical body, the physical elements. This would be the minerals and the vitamins. Step 3 is about using energy to recover the energy of the body, or to regenerate the energy of the body. Okay, so this one is more about the physical body, and the next one is more about the energy of the body. The last method, this method, uses batteries. The next method won't, it uses oils. But these two methods use batteries, and this embodies or uses the electromagnetic field. And it's this field that makes this method work. It if you don't use the batteries in step 1, it won't work so well. But if you don't use the batteries in this step, step 2, I don't think it will work at all. You must use the batteries because it's the field that makes it work. They work within the field. Just to speak a little bit more on that, the situation we have is now the immune system is recovering after step 1. It knows what it needs to do. You can see the immune system as a field. It is a field. It is got a physical aspect, of course, but it also has an energy side, which is a field. And this field of the immune system understands what needs to be done. It understands where the body is damaged and how it's damaged and what it needs to do to repair it. But it hasn't got the capacity to do it. This is the problem. It hasn't got the capacity to repair the body. Now, when I say the body has been damaged, what I mean is these viruses and bacteria, they suck out the energy from the minerals and the vitamins of the body. So they deplete the energy. So this means you can have enough of the vitamin or mineral in your body, but it's not working. Right? So watching this video, don't think, oh well, I'll go out and get some supplements. That won't help. You've probably got enough of what you need in the body. The problem is it's not working properly. The energy content needs to be replenished, which is what this video is about. It's like rubber that's perished. You can look at rubber that's perished or rubber that's not perished, and they pretty much look the same, but one is just useless. The perished one is just useless. Going back to fields, you've got an immune system field that understands what needs to be done but can't do it, hasn't got the capacity. So what we do is in the bags that we place on the body, it's very similar to the last method, step 1, we place bags on the body and the batteries provide a field, and the material that we put in the bags, which is simply, I'll show you in a minute, but it's things like vitamins and minerals and stuff. The material we put in the bags gives the field the capacity. So we now have two fields. One, the immune system that knows what needs to be done, and the bags that we use where the field has the capacity to be done. Then these two fields come into proximity. This is a way I think of as my healing methods, as being in proximity. And it's something I like very much because it means that the body, the immune system, can select what it needs. You put the energies within reach of the immune system on the body, of the field of the immune system, and then the immune system field draws in and takes what it needs. It's like having a plate of food put in front of you at a meal, and you eat what you want to eat and you leave what you don't want to eat. The immune system's the same. It can select what it wants. Nothing is forced, nothing is pushed into the body, forced into the body that it doesn't want. And this is really, if you think about it, a major departure from most other kinds of healing, whether it's alternative or mainstream. They all force something, they force your body to do it. You have an operator who has a method who forces the body into doing something, and the operator is the person with the plan on how to do it. Right? With this, I'm not involved. It's between the two fields. There is no operator. The two fields, it's more than talk to each other. They make a connection. And then you have one field which not only understands what needs doing, but it has the capacity to do it. Yeah. So this energy then is absorbed into the body, and the body utilises it to bring about a healing effect by restoring the vitamins and mineral content of the body. By restoring, I mean it replenishes the energy. So they then start working better. This is step 2. Okay, so far? Right. It's a very simple method, and this step 2 that I'm going to show you is a general method. I want to put in the energy that the body needs at a very deep level, on a general level. So it goes all through the body, the cells, the minerals, the vitamins, everything gets this energy. Now, I will be posting probably a second video, a supplementary video to step 2, showing how the same method can be used in a more local sense. And this is interesting because quite often, once this regeneration of the body starts, it starts fetching things out. It starts fetching out arthritis and different problems, usually arthritis. And I want to show other methods to deal locally with these problems. Yeah, like if you've got arthritis in the knee or something, you can show how to use the method to help the knee and the hip and the ankle and all this. I also want to kickstart people's own ideas. It will become apparent that this method, step 2, is very adaptable, and I've by no means worked out everything that you can do with it. I'm showing the general method here so that probably it can be added to a bit. Maybe other people will say, well, I'll try this, I'll try that. But with the supplementary video, you'll see that you can start to use anything, any material that you think will be beneficial to the body. I remember I was in email conversation with a person in America last year. When I started to explain this to him, he emailed me back and said he'd try it with royal jelly. And that never occurred to me, and I thought, brilliant, you know, that's great. Try it and see the effects. They won't be damaging or harmful because, as I say, if the body hasn't got a need or it doesn't want it, the immune system just won't touch it. It'll just leave it where it is. But if you're perceptive and you can see these things, you'll see the energy being drawn into a person, and you'll see that the body wants it. Okay, with the supplementary videos, you'll be able to try out all different things, and the way I've been doing it is just to try individual material on its own. This is so I can just study the individual, how that individual element works. The one I'm on at the moment is amino acids, and I was thinking about using them because they really are, the energy is so beneficial. Branched amino acids I've started on, and I'm looking at amino acids in general now. But the energy is surprisingly so beneficial, especially with arthritis, used in this way. But I haven't developed it enough or studied it enough to make it mainstream, to bring it into this general method, into this method that I'm showing here. So what I'm going to do, as I say, is do a supplementary video to kickstart people so they can see themselves what is possible and what they can do. Maybe people will be emailing me and saying, oh, by the way, I've tried this and this worked great. That's what we want. We want people to study and find out for themselves. Right, I think I've said all I want to say on that. Yep, that virtually covers it. Now let's get on to the method. You'll be pleased to know. From step 1, we're still using the clear, thin plastic bags. We're using the batteries, the AA's, 2 to a bag. And as I said before, I use rechargeables because it's so convenient. All the materials, once acquired, is reusable, and you haven't got any problems, as in step 1, with anything becoming contaminated. You don't need any filters to filter out the energy that's drawn into a person. So the batteries, again, AA, 1.2 volts, you use 2, and they are the long discharge ones, which I like. 24, it's a different number from the other ones, 2400 mAh. So use the high capacity long discharge ones if you go for the rechargeables. If you go for the single use ones that can't be recharged, you'll get about 8 hours. Now with this, 8 hours use, now with this method you'll do it for a couple of hours, 2 hours, 2 or 3 times, and my advice would be to follow what I'm showing for the first two, and on the third time you might want to, your intuition might be saying to you, use so and so, try this. I was using this method on somebody before Christmas. We're now in March. No, we're in April. It's 1st of April today. And they said, well, I've got a favourite herb. Can I use this? It's a healing herb. Now, I've never used healing herbs. It's never occurred to me. There is so much to study and learn. Once you get the basic method, my focus goes into developing the basic method and seeing how it works and where it goes and what it does. And I tend to have a narrow view when it comes to the materials to use, because I know you can get swamped by this. You can try this and this, and in the end you don't know what's worked and what hasn't worked. So she said, can I put in this herb? So I said, great. So we used the herb, and it's this is an example of what I'm saying about trying out your own ideas and customising it somewhat. But for now, just stick with what I'm showing you, which is 2 batteries, and you'll need, I use these high potency vitamin and minerals. You don't have to worry about the brand name, just get, if you can, high potency vitamins and minerals, and you'll put in 2 to a bag. Now what's very important, there's a huge great list of contents, so get them to cover as much as you can. What's very important is silicon. Right, now I can't overestimate the importance of silicon enough. It is, in my view, an organic regulator. The body uses it to regulate the bulk elements of our body, such as calcium for the bones and proteins for the muscles. This is all in my view. And these capsules, the multivitamins, haven't got silicon, so I went and got some online, and it's a herb, horsetail, right? The herb is horsetail. If you can get it from somewhere else, great, get it from somewhere else. And you use 2 capsules of silicon, and it's very important. It regulates the body functions. It helps the body to be not just elastic, but the right kind of elastic, not too loose, not too tight. As we get older, we become more brittle, more stiffer. This is because I think silicon is being depleted from the body, or at least the energy of it is being depleted. So make sure you use horsetail. And this is one of the major things that the viruses and bacteria attack, the body's ability to control the way the elements are made, or not made, but used. Okay, so silicon, very important. We've got vitamins and minerals. Now, because I've been at this for years, I've accumulated various minerals and vitamins, and I use them simply because I've got them. If you want to go at the expense of using them, do so. But this one is hydrolyzed collagen, which is a great protein for the body. This is creatine, it's another protein. I also put in calcium, magnesium and zinc, because they are great minerals and they need restoring. I'm not at all sure how potent these will be in small quantities, so I tend to bulk up the important ones. Glucosamine, that's another one I use, glucosamine. And for the stomach, I put a couple of serotonin capsules in. Serotonin capsules. I'll show you as we go along. The main ones are the multivitamins and the batteries. If you want to use other supplements, make sure please that you use the silicon. That is so important. And also make sure that the multivitamins, if you use them, and minerals, have copper. Copper is very important. They're the 2 most important ones, I think. Right, so you simply put 2 of each in the bag. So you put in 2 multivitamins, two with the calcium and 2 batteries. Put in as many as you want. I'm only putting a couple in of each just to give a demonstration, but as put in, if you decide to go for the extra expense and use the extra materials, great, go ahead. Now then, where do you place them? Knot them bag and place the bags. One goes on the back of the neck, again on the nape. So if you follow the spine down, you'll feel a bone sticking out, and that is the nape. Just place it on the nape. Okay, as I said in video 1, you can tape the bags on with sellotape, or you can get surgical tape. Just be careful your skin doesn't react to the tape. And the other way of doing it would be, as I said on step 1, the step 1 video, is to simply sit in a reclining chair and just trap the bags between the chair and your body. You need one on the nape of the neck and one on the base of the throat. Okay, as I said, I use these zip up tops a lot, and when I'm resting back I can tuck the bag in and just zip up the top. If I'm working, that holds it in place. If I'm working on somebody, I tend to sellotape them on. Sellotape the bags on. The neck and the throat are the 2 most important places. The energy, actually, when you're watching it, if you can see energy, it cascades into the body, especially the neck. It's like a waterfall. And to watch all that beneficial energy just flowing in, just a flood of energy flowing in, it really is nice to watch. It really is nice to watch. So you're making up these bags with batteries and vitamins and minerals and all the other stuff. And you've got one on the neck, one on the throat, one between the shoulder blades, and one on the lower back above the belt line. These are very important as well. These are good places. And you have one more just below the belly button. And with the belly button one, below the belly button one, if you use the serotonin, or if you buy the serotonin, that's the time to put in 2 capsules. It's the only place I use the serotonin, but it really is nice to use. So you can just get an extra bag with the serotonin and tuck it just below the belly button, just to keep it in place. Okay, so that's neck, throat, lower stomach, shoulder blades and back. As I say, if that's for the general healing, the energy flows into the trunk and from there it's distributed all through the body. The first session, use it for 2 hours. About a week later, do it again for 2 hours, and on the 3rd time it'll be another 2 hours. And if you feel like adapting the method, putting in your favourite herb or something that catches your eye, or something you feel, oh, that'd help me, go for it. The worst that can happen is nothing happens, because with proximity healing, if the body doesn't want the energy, it won't take it. So there's no problems there. Once you've done your 3 sessions, you're well on the way, because after step 1 you've got the bad out, the harmful out, and after step 2 you've put in the beneficial. Now the beneficial energy will take time, because it literally works through the cells. It works through the cells, cleaning them out. The energy of the field, the energy of the materials used, it goes through the body on a cell by cell basis, and this doesn't happen very overnight. It does take months, but once the energy's in, it just works. Now it'll be interesting, because it might be months later you'll start thinking, is it working or not? You'll start wondering or thinking there's something going on, and you think, is it working, isn't it working? And as the months go by, your level of health just gets better and better. And after a while you'll see that it is working. It just takes a while. There's nothing I can do about that, it's just the way the body works. Okay, as I say, once you've done this, and you've done it 3 times, have a look at the supplementary video, which I'll post, and hopefully you'll be able to try and study and work things out for yourself, because it is stunning. When you start getting results, it is stunning. The times when I've just gone home and just sat in a chair for half an hour, and it's just like, wow. There's nothing like it. There really isn't. for me anyway. Okay, I'm on Facebook, I've got a blog, obviously the YouTube, the blog is, you can click on it from YouTube. I'm on Twitter as well, so we're into the connected way of doing things. I hope that's covered everything. I feel like I've been talking forever. Thank you so much for listening. I do hope you get some benefit, and we'll try on the next one. We'll see each other again on the next video, hopefully. Right, thank you very much. Thank you.